Why is the Earth's core leaking? This is something I've been talking about indirectly under a lot of other videos and whatnot, as it is our oil consumption. Now, let me explain why the Earth's core is leaking. As you take from the above layers of the Earth's core, and then even though you're not taking from the lower mass, you're removing weight and that pressure that keeps the below pressure that's much higher and much more conducts much more energy, and that blows out from below, so it releases energy from the core. And as the Earth's core loses pressure, more of that mass that's condensed to Earth's core basically disintegrates from that as energy and heat wants to level out, so it escapes. And that's the reason for Earth's core leaking. It breaks down through our oil consumption, and probably the worst thing in the world is fracking. Now, you can actually take fracking as a really good example, because there is a layer of shale. It's like rock and really this really hard substance that holds down this pressure from below. And so you can actually, like I was saying, you can use this fracking to figure out how far down we're going, how much like pressure it takes to blow up that shale to release the oils from down below. And then you can realize or equate how much pressure is actually being released. And as that pressure is being released, like I've been saying, it leaks or it loses that energy, which is responsible for our electromagnetosphere, which is breaking down at the same time as a result. So oil consumption, and we're even using pressure to take that oil consumption out, or to take oil out. So the oil consumption plus the fracking. And another major issue that people don't talk about is even the gases that we're releasing have an effect. For example, in Alberta alone, they have something like, and don't quote me on the number, but it's something like about 1,800 oil wells that are uncapped. Now, that's significant because it's releasing toxic gases, and those gases also help pressurize everything down below there. And we know that that's an issue because it's interrupting the waterways and contaminating natural water supplies, and even the gases are toxic and are making farms go sterile, and is killing livestock and whatnot. And another issue are in northern Canada, we have uranium mines that have never been capped. And you could even argue that that uranium formed over however long, millions maybe of years, and through a natural gas that wants to get out of there but can't, so it builds up the pressure into that mass that creates, which is uranium. And so all that's still being leaked out today, and we haven't taken care of these problems, and we really need to. So to say that just because the states aren't doing their job doesn't mean that we here in Canada shouldn't do our job. In fact, we should do our job if we want to be able to tell them or talk to them about what to do. But ultimately, we all do need to come together, and we all need to take care of these issues. So that's why the Earth's core is leaking, just because you're taking pressure from the top mantle.